Hello, you guys. I'm back and I'm at Walmart, and today I'm going to take you guys through how you guys can budget for basic meal prep to eat healthier, get your protein in on possibly a low or a high calorie diet, depending on what you need. And usually I'll shop at Superstore, but today I'm at Walmart because just across the street there's a Popeyes and they had a freaking sale, and I'm a sucker for a sale. So what can I say? And it came with a massage gun too. So that was the main reason I wanted it, because like I don't own a massage gun, and it was a pretty good value for all the supplements I got. So I don't know. Now I'll take you guys into Walmart and we'll get started. All right. So the first section I'm gonna head to is the probably like the eggs and the dairy section, because I think eggs are a staple in anyone's diet. So I'll show you guys when I'm there. All right, so we're at the egg section now, and so you got so much variety here. All the prices vary. Now, if you're on a budget, 10, 18, this is going to be the cheapest option you got right here. 30 eggs. I can probably do the math and figure out how expensive each egg is. But for 1 week, I would say you're probably not even gonna go through 30 eggs. Maybe you will. Um, well, there's been times where I do 4 eggs. I usually don't do more than four, because that's probably when it's going to be a little more expensive when you start doing a lot more eggs per day. Right now I'm doing 2 eggs, so it's a lot cheaper. And then this is another great way to get, this isn't very budget friendly, but egg whites, very good way to get your protein in. Um, but I say, like, if you use those, like the way I use the egg whites is a bit ridiculous. I'll do half that container, so 500 grams per meal. But that's just for right now because I'm trying to prep and stay full and satiated. But honestly, you don't need to go that crazy. If you just add like 100 to 200 grams per meal, then that should last you about 5 days. So that is all right for like your weekly meals. But if you're on a budget, I probably wouldn't stick with that too much. But yeah, maybe I'll put on like a price tag, like a little total of how much we're spending here today. I'm not buying any of this because I already have done my meal prep, but yeah. All right, so we got our chicken breast here. Look at this, $24 for 1,700 kilograms. You got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and from what I can tell, those are some fat freaking chicken breasts. So you're gonna be, if you're doing like say meal prepping for 5 days, you'll be able to get in probably about like 170 to almost 200 grams of chicken breast per meal there. Now, if you're wanting to meal prep for longer, that's one chicken, like say for 7 days, that's one chicken breast a day right there. And then also look at this. So this extra lean right here, this is a freaking insane price at Walmart. I personally don't shop here, but I just heard some stuff about the quality and stuff. But I mean, this is crazy. Like freaking $23 for 1,400 kilograms, and even cheaper for the lean cut. So say you're just not too worried about losing fat, and you're more so wanting to put on some weight. I would go with the lean. It's relatively good as well. I mean, this is a different cut. Yeah, so the lean six, it's going to be the same macros for this and this. 16 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, and then with your extra lean, which is, let's see, right over here, you got 9 grams of fat, 21 grams of protein. So it's higher in protein for the extra lean, lower in fat. And then for the leaner cut, you're substituting the calories a bit for the fat, but if you're not worried about that, then I would just go for that. And that's already both of those. So if you get the chicken and the extra lean, you're looking at about that's about $50 right there. 24 and 24, yeah, that's $50. So that's and then with the eggs. So if you get that 30-pack eggs, you're just at about $60 right now. Now let's see. So that's honestly, you're looking pretty good on your protein there. I think we could probably do a little more. So I'll go find something else that you guys can add to that. All right, guys. So I just wanted to show you guys this as well. So this is a smaller bag of some steel cutouts for $2.77. That's not horrible. It's not a massive bag like I would usually go for. I tend to try and get those really big bags, but it looks like there might be out of them right now. But okay, so these ones are pretty good as well. Quick Oats right here. This is gonna be a freaking great addition to your not necessarily meal prep, but just everyday what you're gonna be eating. So 2.25 kilograms in this. This is, like I said, this should last you a long time. You know, you're only gonna be using roughly around like 40 to like 80, depending on what you need, like 40 to 120 grams per meal. And I can't find a price on it, but my assumption is it's probably, I don't know. Let's go scan it because they got those scanners at Walmart. All right, so we're gonna check the price on this right now. Let's see. Okay, there you go. $7. So now we're just a little bit over $70 for basically all of the food that you're gonna be eating. And so far that's pretty good for one person. Obviously, if you're living with multiple people, that's probably where it gets a little more expensive. And a lot of people say like, oh, it takes a lot of time to meal prep this. But like, I've been doing this since I've been meal prepping since grade 11, or maybe grade 12. And like, it hasn't been consistent, but whenever I need to meal prep, I will meal prep. But I would say for the past 2 years, I've been consistently meal prepping every single Sunday. And I've gotten it down to probably about, takes me like, say like 2 hours, maybe a little longer. And honestly, you can probably find 2 hours in the day to cook some food. Let's be real here. And maybe once you get a lot more efficient at it, you'll be even faster than me. So, okay, so this is this. I just walked right over here and walking right to the peanut butter. So, yeah, this Adams Natural at Walmart's pretty cheap. Freaking $4.47. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be cleaner. It's um, yeah, so there are the ingredients right there: peanuts, salt. That's literally it. And then something for, I think this is honestly probably, yeah. So you can see with the Kraft stuff, it does have a little bit extra ingredients. But if you're not worried about that at all, freaking go for the Kraft because well, it's actually more expensive. I don't understand that. I don't know how that works. Maybe the value pack is cheaper or something. That doesn't make any sense. Look at this. So it's actually cheaper to buy the 100% natural than the stuff that isn't actually natural. And you get the same amount in each container. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Um, yeah, so we're looking at about $65 right now, depending on which container you get. Okay, now this section, this is not horrible if you're on a budget. I mean, it might be cheaper to buy fresh. I'm honestly not too certain. I don't really buy fruit too often. I used to a lot, and I would always just go with the frozen stuff. But if you're just adding this to your oatmeal, or say you're making a oatmeal fruit smoothie in the morning, that those are actually good. You know, it might sound crazy, but those are actually pretty good. Add some peanut butter to that. Ooh, those are good. But so let's look at the prices here. So yeah, $13 for 1.75 kilograms. I wouldn't recommend. I don't know. That's not exactly budget friendly, but say you really want fruit, I think you might be better off because the I would honestly recommend buying bananas. Those are really cheap, um, and they're honestly really good for you as well. Really healthy, like fresh bananas. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than buying these frozen bags of fruit, um, and you get a lot more volume as well. Probably get a whole bundle of bananas for like, geez, like $2-3. Um, Now I'm trying to find the frozen chicken breast, but I honestly cannot. So yeah, so I cannot find any boxes of frozen chicken breast. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I was just trying to show you guys like it is cheaper to buy the frozen boxes of chicken breast or chicken thighs, or even you can go even cheaper, the chicken drumsticks. All those stuffs, it's gonna be you're gonna get your protein in, you're gonna get fats in, or you can even do the frozen boxes of chicken wings. I would stay away from the breaded stuff if this is all. Say you're trying to, um, get into like better shape or something. I wouldn't go with stuff like this. It's not exactly budget friendly. I would go with those big boxes of like the actual like the wings and like the frozen chicken breasts and the frozen chicken thighs. And I can't remember the price that they sell them at Superstore because I know it's cheaper there. But at Save On, it's like I think it's like $37 for a box of frozen chicken breasts. So I think all in all, after I'll have a little tally here so far what we're at, and it's about like I would think it's at like $120. And if you guys are eating out every day, buying drinks at the gas station and stuff like that, you know, you're spending minimum. So one meal, say anywhere, is probably gonna be like $15. And say you're buying little things like drinks and stuff like that, you're probably spending $20 a day, 5 days a week. That's already $100 right there, and that's not including the food that you're gonna be buying at the store, right? So I'm just trying to show you guys when you do plan out your week and you know budget, try and budget because people are gonna say this is expensive, but I don't really think it is. I think when you're paying for your health, it's honestly worth it. But yeah, $120, not too bad. You can definitely get it cheaper for sure. If you go to Costco, your meats automatically are going to be cheaper right there. You can buy everything in bulk, way bigger bulk. It's going to be a way better deal. So I'm trying to get a Costco membership, I'm not going to lie. I went there not too long ago, but I didn't know my debit card, my chip in my debit card wasn't working, so I couldn't actually get a membership. And they don't take credit card there, so I couldn't actually get a membership there. But yeah, I think this is a good baseline, just so you guys can see when you actually put the time and effort into looking at the prices, looking at what you need to you know trying to get in your protein and everything like that. You only need zero point 0.8 to 1 gram of protein to actually build muscle. So a lot of it is really going to come from your recovery, you know, and there's a lot of other variables if you're actually training hard and stuff. Or just say you're trying to lose weight, you can lose weight on zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein right there, and maintain your muscle mass and build muscle as well in a deficit. you might want to have your protein a little higher if you're trying to build muscle in a deficit. But yeah, I think that's honestly so far pretty good. I think that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, maybe learned a little something. And, try and stay away from all this frozen crap over here, because in the long run, it is not worth it. And it is freaking expensive, man. Alright, so look at this right here. $6.97 for 2.2 kilograms of rice right there. And there's so many options here. Like, whatever rice you want, buying these big bags is definitely the way to go. You're gonna save lots of money in the long run, but it's a lot cheaper to buy these big bags than, say, like, yeah, see, something like this it's basically around the same price, and you're getting a lot less. I just buy the minute rice because I can kind of afford it, and I'm kind of picky on the time. But even then, they sell these jumbo bags of minute rice for $6, and yeah, you get 1.4 kilograms. So it's actually, yeah, so yeah, $6 for 1.4 kilograms. It's honestly not too bad. This stuff is freaking really good. I've had this rice before. It's delicious. I bought it on sale because, as you can see, it's freaking real expensive. But then we have this is going to be a really good quality rice too, and it's actually on sale right now for $11. Whenever you guys are looking to meal prep, always look out for those sales, because those sales that's what's going to save you. I would stay away from stuff like this, like all these, because it's going to be a little more expensive and you're paying for way less too. That's something I've learned. Just trying to, budget for myself. But oh, look at this. So these canned beans and stuff like that too. These are gonna be, if you're trying to get in your greens and stuff, or these are actually relatively cheap. You get 4 for $6. Yeah, so you got 398 milliliters, and that's with, I believe that's with the, because there's going to be some liquid in here. I'm not sure if that's counting for that. I typically don't really buy greens. I know it's probably bad, but I do have green powders and stuff, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, the greens are iffy, but so look, if you get a bag of rice, looking like we're at about $70 right now for, and that rice is gonna last you, gosh, like, I would say over probably a month, honestly. If you're just doing meal prep like this, it should last you a long time. All right, so this pasta here is gonna be freaking crazy. If you're trying to bulk up, 9 grams of protein, 63 grams of carbs, some fiber in there. It's gonna help you. It's gonna keep you a little full, but that's really not a lot of fiber for how much pasta you're getting in. And then, there's different forms of the pasta. I don't actually know. Yeah, so this one's rotini. That one's different. I don't know, but this one's got even more protein in it. Freaking 15 grams of protein, a little bit more calories in it. I'm sure you can find, because look at this. It's only $1.97 and $2.17, and the only real difference between those bags, or that between the pasta and the rice is just going to be, not as much fat, not as much protein, but it's going to be a lot more, have a lot more carbs in it. So, carbs are important for keep your glycogen stores full. It's going to be a great source of energy too throughout the day. Rice is going to fuel you, give you lots of energy, and it's fast acting too, because there's not as much fiber in there. So it's going to just like enter, for me, in my case, it enters straight into my bloodstream and I get the freaking carbs right away. But for you, it might be a little different. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. That pasta, that was something I did not know that there's 15 grams of protein in this pasta. That is freaking crazy. I'm gonna take you guys to the veggie section now. Probably show you guys some bananas and some potatoes. Oh, you know what? We're walking past it, so if you're trying to gain size, freaking, this is not clean at all. I would not recommend this. I mean, I am right now, but say you really struggle with gaining weight, nuts are gonna be your friend. Like a handful of nuts, 50 grams of nuts is a lot less than you'd actually think. And look at how many calories are in that. 350 calories. It's a lot of fat, but the fats from these nuts are actually relatively healthy. So I wouldn't be too worried. I would honestly be careful with how much you eat though, because you don't want to just be eating a crazy amount of nuts. But say you just add a little bit of that every day to some of your meals. It's a little more expensive, as you can see. $14, $7. It's definitely a little more expensive to gain weight than to lose weight. I mean, clearly you got to eat more. But yeah, so I personally like going for peanuts. Um, you can actually make your own peanut butter. I used to do that at the dollar store. They used to sell these bags of peanuts, and I would buy them, blend it up, and make this freaking crazy, really good peanut butter. But yeah, we'll take you guys over to the veggie section now. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys this. So it's 68 cents per pound for bananas, and I mean, let's just pick this up and go see how much this actually weighs. I don't know if there's a scale around here. Oh, right over there, I see it. Okay. So you got freaking, about like 3.5 pounds of bananas. And how many bananas you got here? One, two, three, four. You got 7 bananas for, that's going to be like not even $2 there. And that's freaking, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be cheaper to buy these bananas than it is to buy the frozen fruit. But, so I would totally recommend, if you're on a budget, buy lots of bananas. They're very healthy for you, packed in potassium, packed in fiber. It's going to be a great addition to your oatmeal, smoothies, anything like that. Um, and then I'll take you guys over here as well. Look at this. So this is what I'm saying. I ended up getting a bit. So this is red potatoes. I don't know if the russet potatoes might be a little different. They might be actually. Yeah. So for this bag of russet potatoes, 5 pounds for $4.97. That's not horrible. I've definitely found better deals before. I got a 20-pound bag for $7. Okay, look at this. Yeah, so this, yeah, 10 pounds right here, some yellow potatoes, $7. We'll add that to the total right there. Um, yeah, I think potatoes, if you're trying to lose weight, potatoes are a great source of fiber. It's going to keep you full. They're relatively low in calories. I'll show you guys. I don't know about these yellow potatoes. I usually go with the russet. Like, okay, it's the same thing. These ones, 38 grams of carbs. 3 of those carbs coming from fiber. I just want to double check, make sure the russet potatoes aren't any different. Make sure I'm not recommending anything bad. Oh, it actually doesn't have that's weird. There's no like macronutrients on the back. Interesting. Um, well, I'll just show you guys. I'll figure it out later, and I'll probably just edit it in and tell you guys what I'm sure it's literally the same as the other potatoes. But yeah, potatoes great if you're trying to lose weight. Freaking, I would totally recommend that. Um, and honestly, I think that might conclude the meal prep, or like the budgeting, whatever you want to call it. I'm just trying to show you guys, it is totally, it can totally be affordable to buy healthy foods. And basically from the chicken and the beef, that's going to give you 2 meals right there. So you're already almost eliminating having to go out all in all. And then the eggs and the oatmeal, that's 3 meals right there for 1 week. For we'll see, I haven't done the math yet, but I think we're roughly at about like $130. I would say that is freaking really good. And yes, it takes time, but if you guys are willing to put the time and effort into meal prepping, it is for sure worth it. I would totally recommend just trying it out one time. You know, you do gotta find how you like to season it and stuff. But I have a video of all the seasonings I use on my food, so you can check that out and figure it out. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Hopefully, you guys gained lots of knowledge on any of this. And this is Walmart. It's gonna be cheaper at Costco. It's gonna be relatively the same at Superstore. Save on Foods is definitely a lot more expensive. Um, oh, look what I just walked past. Dates. Freaking, these are really healthy for you, man. Um, they're gonna help with your. So they got lots of potassium. They got a good amount of fiber, and yeah, they got a lot of sugar. But dates are actually, I can't remember. It's like they help with like just digestion in general. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but now you do. Okay, I'm just yapping now at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna do my shopping now, and see you guys in the next video.